Welcome to the Escape with Nick and Adam. My name is Nick.
And where is the Batman? And I'm Adam.
And we are joined by our friends, Nate and Josh, as usual. Thanks so much for joining us, guys. Wait, hold on. Let's do it proper. Hey! So we got some San Diego Comic-Con news to come talk about. We got movie news. Barbie and Oppenheimer open. I'm going to talk about some movies I want to see. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. It's already off to a ridiculous start. So,
oh, that's awesome, dude. Because I want to talk about movies. A movie I want to see, and I have a little Comic-Con news too.
Oh, fantastic! So, I know Nate. I think Nate's the only one who says he's seen Barbie, so he's going to give his Barbie review. I don't know if anybody else has seen it or seen Oppenheimer, but I want to see Oppenheimer. But it's like everybody I watch on YouTube has watched it and be like, "Yep, don't need to see that again." So I'm like, so I'm apprehensive to go spend 3 hours in the theater to go see it. So
I better go.
I'm staying. It's like, Adam has a weird thing where he's like, the longer the movie, the better in the theater, and I'm like,
no, you know what it is?
90 minutes and out.
I'm guilty on some counts, but for this movie, Oppenheimer, remember what our high school did for Schindler's List? Like they had a Holocaust seminar and brought Holocaust survivors in and stuff like that. And we saw Schindler's List for the first time in a crazy way, over like an awareness week thing. So when I hear people talking about Oppenheimer that way, and I think about it being this operatic movie, 3.5 hours long. That's my jam.
Right. That's why I said. Adam's like 3+ hours. I'm so freaking in.
Yeah. Right, and I know I'm gonna miss a couple spots by going to the bathroom. I get it, but it's 3.5 hours. So
he's gonna walk out during the Florence Pugh scene.
Right. Well,
hey, wait a minute. Why is she in it?
Let's be honest. It's really not too hard to see Florence Pugh's boobs if you want to see them. Like she's got them out pretty much constantly, so it's not that bad. But yeah, it sounds like super interesting. There's a lot between like black and they go between color scenes and black and white scenes, and the black and white scenes is stuff they can objectively prove this happened, and then the color scenes is kind of like. Did it happen? We don't know. So it's
that's how they did Oppenheimer?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep. So and then I am not the biggest Christopher Nolan expert, but I know a lot of people who are fans of his said, there's audio issues where there's weird mixing things where the music's just too high where you can't even hear some of the dialogue. And I'm like, how does that even happen in 2023 where there's a mixing issue, and especially something of a Christopher Nolan level movie. It's just a stuff that doesn't even occur to me. Stuff I've never picked up on. But I also know, going back to Bane, that was always one of the biggest issues with Bane was, do we go with the natural audio or do they have it, dubbed back in?
They had to recut that.
Yeah, because I know
because it was unhearable.
Yep. So anyway, so we're
he based that off a real guy.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Good. Just wanted to throw that out there. You brought up Bane.
Come on, keep going. You want to say something?
Perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane. There you go. Sorry.
And then I'm gonna complain about some toy stuff. I know Adam.
Complain.
The pain. No, I talked to Adam about this earlier in the week where I was just not happy with a lot of toy producers are doing, between McFarlane, NECA, and and then just the big push for releasing so much stuff. I know it's Comic-Con, but for F's sakes, guys, I'm not rich. You can't release 27 figures that I want in a 1 month space.
Gotta collect them all.
Yeah. Well, especially, how expensive it is right now to be a turtle collector right now? They are incredibly popular, and they are just pumping that stuff out. I'm just like, can you pump the brakes just a little bit? I'm not rich. I'm trying to work overtime here, but I can't keep up. And
For toys.
yeah, I was like, yeah. When my wife has to come to be like, so the mortgage is paid, right? I'm like, yes. Anyway, so what's going on, guys? What's piquing your interest right now?
Aliens.
I wanna hire Adam for a cameo of Bane.
All right.
We did one.
Shoot a message over to Adam for something Adam to say as a test run.
What, you want me to say something as Bane as a test run?
Yeah. But it can't be Bane. It's got to be something original. It can't be a Bane line. See how it
can't be like the quote, so it has to be like,
yeah, well,
aliens are among us, yet you still cower like fools in caves.
Yes.
4 walls cover your life, but the skies have always been there, offering the answer to what lies in the heavens, and you live in hell.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm done. The show's over. That was it.
All right, everybody. Shut her down.
Oh, but wait, I gotta talk about X-Men 97.
No, we're gonna talk about the hearing stuff because that was a big deal. And Adam, just growing up, like, did you ever think there would be like a legit aliens, hey, like whistleblower Senate hearings, and what came out of it?
No, but you know what? These guys aren't much older or younger, I think, than we are, right? So, like, I remember being in school being like, no, fucking teacher, I'm not going to listen to you. Now we're in charge, you see? And we're like, listen, man, Independence Day was right.
Aliens. It's like, all right, now I sound like the idiot from, when we were younger. How crazy those guys sounded.
I'm just waiting for them to come forward and be like, they made us. And everybody's like, Civil War.
It's already happened.
Oh, no, Josh, please, no.
Don't get me. You guys got a topic. I can go off.
Let's go. Josh, this is your wheelhouse, buddy. Let's go.
This is it, man. Let it rip, bro.
Time.
So 200,000 years ago, it's been proven by scientists that our DNA was altered. Right?
Okay.
So by what you don't know, all this alien stuff's coming out left and right. A lot of stuff makes sense. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense. Depending on where you want to go with this topic. I mean, there's so much stuff coming out. Like, and like archaeology, there's a lot of hidden archaeology. Like, what the hell's in the Vatican? What the hell's in the Smithsonian? There's stuff
Well, even if I don't know if you watched any, sorry not to cut you off, but like even like what's underneath the pyramids, more pyramids, as it turns out, like some of those ancient pyramids where there's like, oh, we found this ruin, and then they bring out the ground penetrating radar, and they're like, oh, what do you know? There's another freaking pyramid underneath the pyramid. So who built those pyramids, and then who built the pyramids on top of those pyramids? It's ridiculous.
There was a guy, he died about 20 years ago. And he was running around those ruins before they discovered him. And he was the only one to be able to speak the ancient language. And he told archaeologists, he told scientists what these pyramids were for. They all think they're tombs. They're not. One was supposed to be like a teleportation device. Another one was like free energy, like a power plant. And the third one was like our body's made up of something like 80% water or something, right? And Egyptians have mastered water. So that was almost like a teleportation device to be able to go somewhere or fix your body. So that's why they were able to last, live couple hundred years, because they were able to fix their bodies. Supposedly. Like, I mean, this is not factual. I mean, it's just what this one guy was saying. And he was trying to tell before he died. And they try to suppress it. I mean, there's a lot of suppressed information going on. And then now, in the age of technology, you don't know what's real and what's not.
Well, and the crazy thing, if what's the guy's name?
I'm still on. I'll be right back.
Okay. What did you watch a show on Netflix about that? was it ancient
Aliens.
ancient apocalypse? And there's a lot of that where, you know, that's kind of the crazy thing really coming from that is the academic community. They don't want to hear it. Like they're like, no, you're no, like we really just don't want to. They don't want to let anything. Right? No, this is what's going on. This is what's what. Your new theories, no, thank you. We don't want that. And it's just like a weird like academia is really not letting any new theories because they're basically gatekeepers. So
You have like, I forgot what it's called, the World Archaeology Committee or something, and it's up to them what they want to let out or not.
right,
Within these last 5 years, there's been private funders in archaeology that they were filming and uploading stuff as they found it before governments or people can not, block it. So in the last 5 or 10 years, you're able to see all this stuff. And there's been evidence of a nuclear war here thousands of years ago. Like, especially in Egypt, they went out there and took readings, and it was all radioactive. I mean, and then you go way back before that, you have the island of Atlantis, and you have the island of Lemur or Mu, which those guys supposedly got into the war, and that's what ended that civilization. Since those people supposedly survived, and that technology kind of lived and died out.
yeah, it's if you haven't checked out that ancient apocalypse, that's really like, what in the hell? Like what's going on? So like I said, that one's where there's temples on top of temples on top of temples, and they're saying, oh, these are X amount of thousand years old. Well, if that's X amount of thousand years old, and then the one below that is another X amount of thousand years old, like how do you?
I don't think there's pyramids underneath that pyramid. They're labyrinths. It's not actually a pyramid. It's just a labyrinth system. One of them connects.
Are you talking about specifically the Egyptian ones, or what?
Specifically the Egyptian ones.
Yeah, because they talked about like several different pyramids. Because there's so many different civilizations had pyramids as temples or whatever they were, and it was one particular. I think it was in South America. I forget exactly, but it was there was like, hey, under this pyramid is another pyramid, and we don't know who built that pyramid, and it's just crazy.
I think I read about that recently. Like they didn't realize how much was underground.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Until you let the technology do its thing, it's just like holy, like let's just say we don't know shit. We don't know nothing. and that's kind of the frustrating thing with academia. Be like, hey, we found more stuff, and they're like, no, you didn't. We're like, all right, cool. So
I know something.
As long as what's that?
I know something.
What's that?
Adam can do a badass Bane impersonation. I just scientifically proven in this episode.
Objectively true.
Yes.
At least there's Thanksgiving to look forward to in less than 120 days. Now everybody just got really straight faced, brought the room down.
We're talking about pyramids. We're all over the place. We're off the reservation already. So
I started thinking about Thanksgiving food, man. I don't know why. Sorry.
Josh and I might be at a Comic-Con that weekend.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah, Comic-Con. Kind of weird.
No, that's cool. Where?
They should just serve up big plates of turkey and cranberry sauce and stuff. Everyone would come. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what you bring to your table. Be like, we brought Thanksgiving to you. And
deep fried turkeys at our table. Come on, get a plate
and some comic.
You get a plate if you buy all 4 issues. 5 might be out by then. So.
And we'll give away. So if you come in and you buy an issue, we give you an issue of the Justice League or Justice Society, whatever Thanksgiving special. The one where it shows the big boobs of Power Girl on the cover.
Yes.
We'll give those away. We'll give that away.
Oh, I shouldn't shake my head because somebody's gonna go, I saw you on this podcast.
I saw
Yeah, but you know what? It's tasteful.
Yes. No, but someone's gonna like. I saw you nod. Yes, you owe me a Power Girl comic.
Oh shit! Yeah, my bad.
It's all right. I nodded. It's my fault.
Yeah, that was not a. That was not a final thing. It was a delusion from my mind. It was a delusion from this man's mind.
Now he's gonna talk like that the entire show.
Sorry. Hey, I bought a full-blown Batman, Kyle.
Nice.
Was it the Batman '89 one?
No, I didn't buy the '89 one.
What'd you buy?
I bought a good one. I'll show it. I'll show it later. It's kind of put away right now.
So you brought it up.
Yeah, my bad. I'll show it to you.
So, all right, Adam, I need you to do me a favor. Name
Sure.
as many Mattel properties as you can.
Oh, Barbie, Masters of the Universe, Hot Wheels. There you go. There's
Okay.
3.
So after the success of the opening weekend for Barbie, Mattel is launching its own universe with up to 13 movies.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
Rolling.
worked for Pixar and Toy Story.
Well, they didn't really have their own thing, so their own properties already. So I know so far they're lining up the Polly Pocket movie because that's
Polly Pocket, huh?
Found this article on. I heard the story and then I found this article on Yahoo. Mattel's 14 announced projects from Polly Pocket to Uno and more. Now, just because you did one thing pretty well, and we'll transition this into Nate's review real quick, and you can spoiler away because I don't care.
We have a special cameo.
Oh, we do have hold on. Yeah, we'll play that real quick. But so let's see here. All the movies on this list, they have Barney on there. Oh, sweet Jesus. Barney,
like the big
purple dinosaur, Polly Pocket, Rock'em Sock Robots, American Girl, Magic 8 Ball. What are you gonna make a
Magic 8 Ball?
The only good news is because I know Adam was pissed because they canceled the live action TV show. This might be able to revive it. We'll see, or they might just go with a different.
Did you say Rock'em Sock Robots? That'd be cool.
I said that might be actually cool. I don't know if you need a whole movie about it, but we'll see what happens. Major Matt, Mason, Uno, Wishbone, Matchbox, Thomas and Friends. Thomas and Friends actually that'd probably kill. Not gonna lie. Viewmaster and Christmas Balloon. What do you guys think of the Mattel universe?
I don't recognize most of it.
I don't know how
I want to know who's got Mighty Max.
Oh.
Huh? Yeah.
I think they're smart. They're like targeting marketing the kids, the young kids.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, I understand, like, kind of making, but are they going to be able? Is it like a universe like the MCU where they're gonna?
Yeah. Yes.
Like,
Yes.
That'll be exciting.
Yes, guys, this is where it's going. This is where it's going. The real MCU's over now. I mean,
now it's the Mattel cinematic universe,
and all the other bullshit to go with it. You know.
I'll watch it.
I think there's a handful that could actually work. I think the Hot Wheels one could work, especially. I haven't even seen the trailer for Twisted Metal, but I think something along that line. I don't know what the hell you're going to do with Uno. I don't know. Maybe like an extreme form of Uno where people are running around like, Uno reversing people all over the world. But
maybe it's tournaments.
Or like a game show.
Yeah,
maybe people just got a bunch of psychedelics and just made just like the most random thoughts they could do, and like it'll be great. Do it in your voice.
I would take that over most things that Disney's doing right now. Hold on, real quick. I want to see how Disney's doing real quick. Let's see. But yeah, as far as the Mattel cinematic, the new MCU, I don't know. And actually, we'll do this. Let me play the video real quick from your guys' cameos. Adam, did you see this yet?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's Barbie!
You guys hear that?
So, you probably heard about my movie, right? It's kind of a big deal. It's great. All the fame, glamour, tons of pink, dancing, touching hair, and dressing everywhere. But do you guys ever think about death? And I don't mean any death. A vicious death by hundreds of mutated chihuahuas? I mean, who wouldn't want that? Imagine a world where chihuahuas killed freely. They could chew through doors, rip up car tires, and devour cattle. Sounds great, right? Lucky for you, Night of the Chihuahuas has all that. Check them out. If there can be a movie about a shark tornado, it's quite possible for killer chihuahuas. Because, let's be honest, my movie is fantastic, but I'm just a Barbie girl in a chihuahua world. One last thing. You're not all nerds. You're rebels. Now, go.
Fuck off.
Go do something creative, okay? Shoot.
What did I hear? Wow.
That's awesome. We're rebels.
I thought I heard someone say F off.
Come on, Josh, you're better than that.
Would be.
Oh,
I didn't say anything.
All right. Maybe it was me. I don't know.
maybe I just threw it out there. I
I'm over here writing the movie for Uno.
don't know. You your Uno reverse card, you jerk.
F off.
Yeah.
It'd be like watching Texas Hold'em or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
that was
really
It'll be some
popular.
crazy.
Playing it for a while.
It'll be 3.5 hours long, Adam.
Right.
You get Anya Taylor-Joy,
Yes.
and instead of being a chess pro, she's an Uno pro, who isn't addicted to drugs and living a crazy life. She's like a nerd and is afraid of the world. There we go.
All right, Nate.
And she sees ghosts. She sees ghosts.
All right, Nate. Let's have the Barbie breakdown.
Yeah.
So when you open it up, you go up, up, down, down, left, right, left,
Left,
right.
right, left, right.
BABA.
BA, start.
So that's it. That's the entire movie.
Okay. So, all right, real quick. What do you guys do? You call that I always called it the Contra code, and then I got in an argument with my son, who's like, "No, it's the Konami code." I was like, "You shut up!" But I was there, and I don't know. No, it's the Konami code.
You didn't serve in the Contra War. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was there, man.
It worked in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game.
Yeah,
Same code. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you got unlimited lives.
Yeah, there's several games that work for it, and they're all Konami games. I was just like,
I didn't know. I didn't know that at the time. I just thought it was those two. But yeah, now that you say that, man, you just like kicked me back into like the 2000s when I learned about the word. What is it? Konami? What? Yeah, I remember that being printed on the video games, the cartridges.
All right,
I
Nate.
want to see it.
Yeah. So how was it? Was Barbie good? Was it bad? I mean,
I enjoyed it. A guilty pleasure. My 8-year-old wanted to go see it, and I think he wanted to spite my 11-year-old because my 11-year-old was like, "I'm absolutely not going." And we made my 11-year-old go, and literally the entire time he was like, "Cringe, cringe." Sus. It was really funny, like way more funny than I thought. I mean, I like laugh out loud funny in some parts. There was definitely like an agenda to it, which is okay with me. I mean, I don't think it's going to change the world, but it's good to talk about stuff.
It's 2023. Everything's got an agenda to it. So
Yeah, except for Night of the Chihuahuas.
except for another troll.
Yes. But I like there was several parts where I was like I actually vocalized like this is not a kids movie. She walks up to these construction workers in the real world. She comes from Barbie Land and they're like hooting and hollering at her and she's like, "Look, I don't have a vagina." I was just like, "What?"
Like, why did you just say that on TV on the screen? Why did you say that?
But it's like my kids know sexual parts of the body, but it's like like why why is she
Just
saying
why?
that?
Why,
So
why
and
did
then and
you
there was all
vocalize
these
that?
questions that came up, and my memory is really bad. So I'm like, oh, we'll just talk about it after the movie, and then he forgot and I forgot, so it's all good.
No, that's the classic dad play. Be like, we'll talk about it later, and then you just hope they forget. So, well done.
Yes, but I there's a lot to it, and it was funny. So I mean, obviously I can't remember things, but I forgot. No, I'm just kidding.
Are you getting abducted by aliens? Do we need to tether you down to your bed?
Yes. No, it was. There's so many good jokes in it. I can't remember them all. So.
Hey, Danny, how are you?
Thanks for watching, Danny. But yeah, I know. Like, and I kind of said from the get go, I was like, yeah, they're like, because the marketing was actually very clever because they kind of showed no agenda, and then everybody who saw it is like, no, it's super uber duper uber feminist. Then I'm just like, yeah, probably gonna pass then. So they start dropping patriarchy. I was like, I don't that my life is that big of a all that
So
stuff. Like,
the big questions in my mind when I left there were when are they going to make a Kid Icarus movie, and when are they going to make a Metroid movie? That's all I really want to know.
I think if they made a Metroid movie, that thing would, if they did it properly, that thing would kill. And I think that's, speaking of, universes, I think Nintendo's trying to get their universe going. And if they did a proper Metroid movie, that thing would kill.
I thought there was a Metroid movie.
What's that?
I thought there was a Metroid movie.
I mean, recently or like back in the day?
Back in the day.
Like animated, maybe, right?
I say if there is, it's been so long since I've seen it. But like
I mean, that had to be one of my favorite video games of all time. I stayed up with a friend of mine for like 3 days, and then we go over there like Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and next thing you know, it's like Sunday night, and you don't even know. They're like, "Come on, you got to go home." You're like, "What?"
Josh needs to leave. He's been here 4 days and he hasn't showered. Please do something about it. Yeah, I'm right there with you. And also, Metroid also was one of those that kind of had like that big spoiler at the end or big twist. Be like, it's a girl, right? So it's like, crazy. So,
what about Kid Icarus? Do you guys like Kid Icarus?
Honestly,
I never played it.
I didn't play it that much. I said, but I remember like Metroid and Mega Man, all that stuff.
Oh, Zelda. Mega Man would be dope.
Who played Zelda? Nobody played
Zelda. I had a buddy that had it. I played it over his house, but
that was one of the ones with a lot of eggs in there, a lot of hidden stuff.
Oh yeah, that was one of the original like, yeah, you got to go dig deep into all the different things. And I'm just like,
and there wasn't YouTube either. You couldn't go on and cheat. Like,
no. You had to go.
You
like,
go to school. You go to school
and Nintendo Power, and then read.
You talk to your friends. I would talk to my friends and be like, "Oh, did you find that little hidden thing on level 3?" Like,
yeah, yeah. And then I realized I didn't really have the patience for all that stuff, and then my at best my gaming interest over the years has been very highs and lows and more lows than highs. So like it's funny. I had a video game that no one's heard of, and it was Adam's favorite video game for like I don't know how long. Like he came over just to play this stupid game called
Oddworld. Oh, Gen Wars. Yeah, that was Wow, man, you just blew
That
my
was like
mind.
one of the, and I was one of the 5 people that had a Sega Saturn, and
Yeah.
and it was on there, and Adam was like, "Dude, let's play Ken Wars." I was like, "Not very good, but okay." Like Adam liked it far more than I did. So
Well, it was different. It was
Right.
different. It was. That's all I could say. It was. Sorry, I'm kicking stuff around. You know how you doodle. You know. Anyways, but it was different, and I had a good time playing it. I can picture the robotic creatures in my head like right now, and it was first person shooter and everything.
yeah,
We had fun with that.
I don't know how many bits it was, but it wasn't very.
Oh
many.
my god! Remember Parappa the Rapper?
Oh God, yes.
The rapper, yeah.
Yeah, kick, punch. It's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find the things I'll teach you.
Yes.
Sure to please you. Listen, now you get a lesson from teacher. Now kick, punch, duck, pose, duck, pose. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Wow.
I couldn't get past like the first 2 lyrics. I was like, "Kick, punch, all in the mind," and that's it. That was it.
Adam's done 2 mic drops so far tonight.
So the star of the show goes to Adam. Well done. Where were we? So
That was good.
Barbie. So Nate, you're recommending, but you're not recommending to bring your kids.
There's probably some explanation that needs to be done. If your kids aren't ready for it, then or you're not ready to explain, then I guess not.
Yeah, there's few like, hey, let's not go too where we have to have a conversation with the kiddos afterwards. Like, let's not do that, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget which movie that came out earlier this year where they were talking about like, orgies or something. They're like, kids like,
Thor?
yeah, what's an orgy? Or whatever. It's like,
Was
oh
it
God, why do we
Thor?
have, was it?
Was it Thor?
Might have been
Because Zeus was having orgies?
Yes, yes.
You can ask me that.
Yes. Yeah, because you're like, damn it, like this is supposed to be a Marvel kids like, family movie. Why are we talking about freaking orgies? Well, talk about
my
that
kids,
later.
my
In, like,
11-year-old
10
wanted to see
years.
Oppenheimer.
Probably want to keep the kids away from Oppenheimer.
15-minute full frontal nudity, son. That's not weird with your dad.
Yeah, with the timer
Oh,
on
yeah?
that one? And it was like, and I'm listening. What was that?
I question.
Hold on, your
Movie.
Transformers.
I was saying your audio is transforming. So it's awkward.
That's awesome.
Oh,
There you are.
come on, Autobots. Is it still messed up?
No, it's better now. Well, I mean, it'd be
Wait.
cooler if we were.
I'm
I'm
gonna go
kidding.
back and
Get
watch.
this. I have a question about Flash. Did everybody see the Flash?
You sound like Stephen Hawking.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh, okay. Man.
I'm crying.
I don't know what to do now. So
I don't know either. I don't know what's going
I
on.
don't know what's happening right now. Adam's transforming, and he's Stephen Hawking.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
Those brains came at a price.
The nudity count? What's the nudity count? Like 15 minutes? That's all
I heard anywhere between 11 to 15
Whoa.
minutes.
Wow.
You had a stopwatch. While
Nice.
I was
See,
saying-
see
I was
the
saying,
good
hey,
things you.
Hey, what websites do you frequent to get the nudity?
No. I'd take my son and he would be looking at me like, what's wrong with you?
Don't talk to me right now. Not now. Not now.
I'm focusing on
Yes.
the grayscale
The lighting's off.
because this really
Focus
happened.
harder.
It's black and white.
Yes, this is the stuff that happens, son.
I'm looking for historical correctness.
is that movie specifically
Right.
a documentary?
It's a movie because, one, it's Christopher Nolan, but it's So
but is it documentary based or is it like a real legit?
No, it's a film because I don't know if you were on when you were talking earlier. So there's certain parts that are shot in black and white, certain parts are in color. The stuff that's black and white, that's they can physically, objectively say this happened, and then the stuff in color is kind of where it gets a little, it gets Hollywood, if you will. So, which I think is actually kind of cool and clever, but at the same time, like I said, all the reviews I've heard from the movie are cool movie. It's it's fine, it's good, but it's really long, and I never need to see it again. So, that puts it on my. If I'm really bored one day, I'll go check it out.
I heard they used all practical effects for the movie, like almost all. They like tried to do everything practical,
especially the A-bomb.
Though they did explosions, but they like somehow filmed it to where they could make it look like real stuff.
Yeah,
especially the A-bomb.
Especially the
That's awesome.
That's what Nolan's known for, and that was kind of.
I know.
I went and saw Mission Impossible, a few weeks ago. It was just so nice to see practical effects. Not everything green screen, not everything CGI, and it was just so nice to be like, oh, you can tell, oh, they did that, and it's just so nice to be like, oh, thank you.
Bring back the Fall Guy.
Exactly. That's one of the best theme songs ever.
What happened to him?
Fall Guy.
He said, "Foo Fang Foo."
What's going on?
I might jump an open drawbridge. I might total a brand new car.
Because I'm the unknown stunt man that makes
Eastwood such a star.
Bring it up. Bring up the
I
clip.
said, yeah, he did. Yeah, he didn't know you were here for a dinner and a show here. So.
That's right. I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Pharaoh. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine. That's all I got. Wait.
That's plenty.
I don't know. Something happened.
He's looking at us like he doesn't know what we're talking about.
You never saw the Fall Guy, Nate?
We're just singing now. This is great.
It's like you guys are just making stuff up now.
I was also thinking of Dukes of Hazzard and how many cars they ruined trying to jump.
Oh God, I know, right?
Just one car, Nate. One car made that entire show.
There was just a badass mechanic that worked
exactly.
on
it. That reminds me of when you talk about when we're talking about Christopher Nolan, and now we're talking about car jumping. Did you ever watch the behind the scenes on Batman Begins when they built the tumbler? They're like, well, we were building it for it to do these things. We didn't realize it'd really be able to do them, kind of a thing. Like every time they did it, it just did it. They're like,
that thing was a freaking tank.
Yeah, so that thing could do what it was built to do. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So all right, so some of the stuff that came out of Comic-Con. Did you guys anything that kind of piqued your guys' interest?
I saw. All right, I was gonna say that Comic-Con was like kind of over for me by the end of like Friday, by the beginning of the afternoon Saturday, because I'd seen all the toy reveals that I wanted to see, and there wasn't much movie-wise going on there. But I found some things out about X-Men '97.
Yeah, well, that was kind of the big thing. That was the big change for this Comic-Con is basically Hollywood wasn't there. So it was back in comic books, which was out to be music to Nate's ears, but that's what it was nice, where it was just everything that came out, it was just comic book news and comic book related. You didn't have to worry about all the stars showing up and what they were going to announce. It was nice to be like, wait, we're just going to talk about comics? Cool.
and toys.
You guys went?
I was happy with the.
We didn't go. It's just following it from all the releases and
from YouTube.
Have you ever been to the San Diego one?
No, that's
No.
That's like Mecca for me to make it to one of the Comic-Cons, but also like.
All right, so when we get in there, you guys can come with us.
Oh, for sure.
We'll all have a big party in San Diego.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that was
I'm
the
in.
other thing too, because Hollywood had priced out so many of the normies, where you had people sleeping out just to get into Hall H, and all the nerds are like, "Guys, get some comic books, guys!" Like, come on.
Yeah, I heard it's really hard to get in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's already the Comic Con, so it's already hard, exclusive enough. But then Hollywood got in there, and it became impossible. So, Adam, what you said, the X-Men '97 stuff? What piqued your interest there?
Well, IGN, they did a video. I happened to watch it, and they had some spoilers. I guess they showed a selected audience some footage and things like that, and I guess like the toy reveals of their action figures kind of sell the look. But you're getting an extended stay with Bishop. Okay, so Bishop's going to be like on the X-Men team, like he was in the comics.
Does he have a mullet?
Jean, nope, he actually has short hair. They cut his hair. Storm has a mohawk, but she's got the white uniform. And Jean Grey is pregnant. You don't know who she's pregnant with. Is it Rachel or is it Cable? Sinister is the overall bad guy. Sunspot will be in it as kind of like the brand new X-Men. What else can I tell you? That's pretty much the nutshell version of what I found out. Yeah.
So is that just going to be the actual premise for the cartoon that they're bringing back?
Yeah, they're going up against Sinister, and they already have a second season being written right now, so they're approved for the second season. They're just finishing post-production on the first. It was slated to come out this fall, but they haven't said whether or not it's been pushed back, and they haven't really said whether or not it's coming out yet. So
it probably is going to be pushed back because of the writer's strike.
Yeah, the writer's strike, the actor's strike, and I was just listening. That the writer's strike, that's not ending anytime soon. The actors will get their deal before the writers. This is basically the way I'm hearing. Is basically the writers, they're going to just starve them out. They're just going to do. They're trying to get rid of as much clear cutting as they can, because, I mean, let's be honest, most of the writing in Hollywood's been trashed. So,
ouch.
Yeah, but ouch, man. But it's still people with jobs, and it's not good for the economy.
Yeah, no, it is.
Not trying to get political.
It's a great thing, because now it's going to let people like us emerge.
Thank you.
Dude, this show is so good.
This is the best produced show in history.
Where
Josh,
did you go?
you were making a good point. I was rooting you on, and then somehow you dropped. But
you didn't like what I was saying.
You're gonna emerge.
Now Nate's gone. Velcro's gone. But no, Josh,
it lets new creativity out, newer minds, newer writers, newer whatever have you.
Anytime there's a vacuum created, it is always filled by something. The last vacuum was created by too much excess. Too many writers, too many people in the writers' room.
I agree.
In the writers' room. Now it's okay. Let's clear cut. Let's get rid of the ruffians. Get rid of the stuff that isn't very good. And I agree with you, Josh. Where it's like, okay, well now there's vacuum, so now there's a new set of creators that can come in and take up space. Now it just need more creators like Nate and you guys. So I think this is honestly. This is how you get change in Hollywood. This is how you get, change in comic books, where, the people who, let's be honest, and Adam, I agree with you. Very rarely do I root for people to lose their jobs, but at the same time, if you're doing a really shitty job, sorry, you got to go. Whether you're, coach of my favorite team, or you're, on my, favorite sporting team, if you're not doing the job, sorry, you got to go. This is big boy. It's adult time. The adults need to take over. So,
and okay.
All right then. So, but yeah, I think it's like for all the YouTube creators and all the people who can actually, write and create. I think just like Josh said, this is going to be, it's going to be looked upon as like what was, the resurgence of the next creative wave. Well, it's this type of stuff. So,
And if it's not through Hollywood, let it be independent. You're going to see a lot of good stuff.
I think the everything having to go through Hollywood or New York or Vancouver, I think you're going to see a lot of that go by the wayside because, Nate and Adam, how easy is it now to pick up a camera, get some editing software to do, figure out how to do
very.
that was always my biggest thing, from going on my own for video stuff was just, just equipment, to get a camera, editing software, lights, microphones, that would set you back anywhere from tens to $100,000. Now you can go pick up a DSLR,
get you one of these
cell phone, DaVinci Resolve is free. It's a, I couldn't imagine a free editing software, as powerful as DaVinci is 20 years ago. Like that, it's all that stuff is literally at everybody's fingertips now. And to learn how to do it, YouTube, how to edit, how to, do X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
If you have just a little bit of the creativity, it's so incredibly easy to be creative now. And just like Josh saying, even with the advent of AI, you will see such a, I don't want to necessarily say a creative renaissance, but with the help of AI, you're going to see just an absolute storm of stuff. But just like anything else, only the cream will rise to the top. So you have to make it good.
Cream will rise to the top.
I'm kind of pissed you said that. I had that in my back pocket. Cream is going to rise to the top today.
And you didn't even say it like Bane. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. No, I can't now. No, I'm just kidding around. I like that. The cream shall rise to the top. You ever had homemade whipped cream? It's amazing.
Look at Josh. He's like, yep.
Yep, you know what I'm saying, Josh. Oh my God.
It's going to turn into a food show all of a sudden.
So, Adam, how does one make homemade whipped?
Oh,
Anybody excited for Rise of the Beast?
For what?
Rise of the Beast, Transformers.
Oh.
I was going to say, I'm not ready for the rapture.
Check it out now since it's on Paramount Plus.
Rise of the Beast.
Like, who's ready for the Rise of the Beast?
The Mark of the Beast.
Damn. I knew I shouldn't have got that the tattoo.
Don't drink.
Who's ready for the Rise of the Beast? Not me.
No, but I say we can get into that though. There are actually a handful of movies I am looking forward to. The first one is Talk to Me, that is being released this weekend, and along with the Nicolas Cage movie Sympathy for the Devil. So I don't know if you guys have seen.
I have not seen those previews. Saigon. I'm still only in Saigon.
It's a scary movie.
Talk to Me is made by two Australian directors, Danny and Michael Philippou, and they were basically YouTubers. They shared their stories, how they went from YouTubers to directing their first horror feature and offered advice to aspiring filmmakers. Literally just what we were talking about. They said they had a YouTube channel about horror movies, and I think their YouTube channel got shut down. So they said, F it, let's go make one. And they did exactly that. And now it's getting a wide release. Not super totally wide, because I don't even think it's available for me to watch in my town. So I think I'd have to go down to the app to go see it. But yeah, that's one of the ones I am interested in. Let me get a better explanation. All right. So when a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on a new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces.
It sounds like a bad porn movie.
It sounds like a
Sounds
bad. It could go sideways very quickly, but
Simpsons did it.
yeah, Simpson. It's the monkey paw. Yeah, and I think it's got no one that I recognize. So because they're Australian.
What's your number one pick that you're excited for?
Probably right now this, and then probably the Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Because as much as I hate to say it, everybody's said, because they showed 20 minutes of it at Comic-Con, and everybody says so far so good.
So what?
So what? But it's still got Seth Rogen attached. But there's actually a ton of Turtle news came out from Comic-Con, but that's probably the second on my list to go check out because and the animation is bugging me, but the animation style is also growing on me at the same time. So
I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
I hated it at first.
It's the more I see, it's growing on me. I guess it just kind of you got to get used to it a little bit, but we'll see. And Josh and I will have a review, right, Josh?
Right.
All right.
I'm excited for the last voyage of the Demeter.
That is also on my list because that one comes out in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, that was a very long chapter in that book too. I bought the book on Audible.
Oh, did you?
Oh my
Okay.
god! Yeah, and I haven't.
Well, I was
Go ahead.
reading the synopsis for it. They're like it's based off of one chapter in Bram Stoker's. Is it from Dracula?
It's from Dracula. Yeah, it happened in. If you watch the movie, they do a montage through it real quick for about 25-30 seconds, and then the ship shows up and he's there. But the chapter, oh my god, dude, it took forever to get. I mean, it felt like it was very long. It was its own side story, put it to you like that.
Yeah, so last voyage of the Beater comes out August 11th. So, and I know it's got people I actually know in it. It's got Corey Hawkins, Liam Cunningham. He's been in a lot of stuff. The last thing I saw him in was Game of Thrones. David, how do you say it? Adam Malkin? The guy who played.
Oh yeah, Dave Maschelson. Yeah.
Maschelson. Yeah, he played Polka Dot Man.
Yeah, and he was in those Wendy's commercials, and he was in The Dark Knight too. Wow.
Yes, the Wendy's commercials.
Remember those Wendy's commercials with him? Probably not. I do. He was an Ant-Man.
He's been a ton of always been doing as well. So.
It's weird with that guy because the first time I ever saw him, he was in The Dark Knight. He didn't have any lines, but it was a pretty important scene.
But
then the next thing, for like 2 years, I saw him in the same Wendy's commercial for like a year or two, and now he's back in movies. I'm happy for him.
But he's also one of those things where like he's got that look where you recognize him, you remember that scene, even though like you said he didn't have any dialogue.
Yeah.
His just his performance stood out to you. So yeah,
Absolutely.
There is a movie coming out that I think is just going to bomb terribly, but I'm still going to go see it, and that's going to be Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah, we're doing a show on that.
We're going to do a show on Blue Beetle. Boy, the projections are coming in for that one, and they are just, I think the first
Bleak.
projections were, I think 30 to 40, and now they're somewhere around like 17 million for opening.
Sounds pretty bleak. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I got a question though.
But this part of the issue is this is the hey, F around and find out. They tried to play the game, and the fans say, "Go bleed yourself." Hey, Batman's a fascist. Okay, cool. We got something for you. It's kind of like a souvenir.
I don't think that's what. I mean, I think putting together a pretty crappy looking movie That it takes place in a world where Christina Hodgson's help
Also,
Hodgson
yeah,
help
that doesn't help.
create.
Also, like, what tier is Blue Beetle? D, E, F level, and all due respect, like, fun character, but like, as far as DCE, DC heroes, like, might have been one of the last people I expected to get as a
Yeah,
which has
especially
been,
the second one.
yeah, which has been, DC, history. They can't figure out who to make a freaking movie with. Do we go with Superman or Batman or Green Lantern or Wonder Woman? No, let's go Blue Beetle and Black Adam and Shazam. Okay, cool. Good luck with that. I just want to know. I just would love to
Yeah.
be in the decision room for those ones there.
He wants to be in the room where it happens. Room
Yeah.
where it happens.
I don't.
I got a question about the Flash. We've all seen the Flash.
No, Josh hasn't.
Go ahead,
Josh, you probably.
Josh, I don't care.
I haven't had a chance to do anything. My job has been nonstop.
Even shocked that you're here.
Okay, well, so when he shows up after everything's said and done, okay, back in 1997, when the movie Batman and Robin came out, it pulled the plug on any other DC projects. They just shut it all down. Okay? Did the Flash do that? Like, did he make that bad? Like, is that what they're trying to say? Like, all this running around, he created that timeline?
Honestly, that movie was such a train wreck. It's hard to figure out what the hell. Like, that was, you could tell there's at least 5 or 6 different storylines that they were trying to do, and it was just.
Oh yeah, they did Crisis of Infinite Earths. They did Flashpoint, just to name 2.
Flashpoint,
and
sprinkle in a little Red Sun in there, and
oh yes. Well, what was the Red Sun?
the only thing was that the Supergirl landed in Siberia or whatever, in Russia.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you got a point there. I didn't think of that. So there's 3.
Yes, and then how long has that movie been in development? All the rewrites, all the directors that were attached to it, all the actors that were attached to it. It was just, and that's why that they threw the director a bonus. Be like, hey, just get this thing to the theater, and we'll give you what they give a Batman. So that was his bone for getting that that hunk of crap to the theater.
Yeah, well, Andy Muschietti's got to go. Not got to go. I'm sorry, Christina Hodgson's got to go. So as long as she's gone, I'm fine.
Well, I was saying, and this gets back to the earlier of the writers who shouldn't be writing things. Bye.
Yeah. I get it.
So what else we got? So rumors are that Feige tried to Batgirl Echo. That came out. At Comic-Con, where it's like, I guess Echo's so bad, they're just like, Kevin Feige did his damnedest to be like, can we just not do this? We'll just let it go. And I guess they poured so much money into it. That's why they're going to release it all at one time when it comes out. So.
Oh, one lump sum?
One lump sum.
Fascinating.
Anybody gonna go see the Marvels when it comes out? Any excitement there?
Probably. I saw the next trailer. Probably I saw that. Well, I saw the next trailer, and some of it's going to be basic ABC, but I guess when one of them gets in a fight, they all shift to where the other person was at. I don't know. I haven't heard of something like that before in a movie, so I want to see how it plays out. But
all right, Nate's bringing the Marvels review. Good job, Nate. Good on you.
But you know what I really want to review? Is it the same time? Dune 2.
I say now that is one of those. There's rumors because I actually did find an article about that. So that's one of those movies that's rumored that might get pushed back. I think Timothy Chalamet came out and but I did find an article here from Screen Rant. Why Dune 2 won't be delayed, explained IMAX CEO, no disrespect to Timothy Chalamet. IMAX CEO Richard Gelfand believes it's unlikely that Dune Part 2 will be delayed, citing financial reasons for the film's extensive marketing campaign. Yeah, they've already, this is the only thing they've really got cooking right now. And they've already, put it out. Hey, it's coming out in November. And I kind of, I agree with them, but also, I mean, it, the tricky part about the SAG strike is I think they have to get special permission in order to just even promote a movie. Like that was I forget what movie it was, Oppenheimer. I think they actually physically pushed up the start time of the movie so that the stars could walk the red carpet and then go home, just to even promote the movie. So
Yeah, that is true.
that might be part of the thing that they're a little bit scared of. But I don't know. I think you can promote it enough without having to have the people come out and do the whole press tour or whatever. But then again, like I said, I think that the actors are going to get taken care of much faster than the writers. Uh, but because let's be honest, I mean, you can't do Hollywood, you can't do movies without actors.
I thought that the
Yeah.
Actors Guild was going to be in solidarity with the Writers Guild, though they were striking in
I
part
mean,
because of.
you know how it goes. And money talks until everybody's friends until the money starts coming out. So
Money.
money. But yeah, and honestly, I will be incredibly pissed if Doom gets pushed back because that is one of the. There's movies I'm excited to see, but Dune is. I'm almost breaking my rule of getting very excited to see this because I've, you know, back in the day, Adam, when you and I were going and seeing all the movies we could, I kind of made a general rule of like I don't go in too high with my expectations of movies because we saw so many movies in high school where I was just like you come in high and then you get crushed. So I've always just come in kind of low. But Dune is pushing that because I'm very excited for Dune. So I'll be incredibly disappointed if that one gets pushed back.
Well, let's hope that it doesn't. And let's hope that they come to a resolution soon. Because I want to see that too.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not anti-union. I'm not pro-union. I just want everybody to get paid what they should get paid. And I know
Don't make me sing Hamilton.
Oh boy. but I know that's the tricky thing too. That's the craziest thing with the writers, because it all comes down to residuals, and you got all the writers, especially what's James Gunn's brother? He was in the news because
Peter?
What's that?
Peter? Is it Peter?
Peter Gunn.
Peter Gunn.
Peter Gunn. Dun 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 dun.
But let's have it Sean Gunn. Sean
Gunn, that's right. Yeah, Sean's been, he's been pretty vocal. He's like, I was on Gilmore Girls, and it's one of the top, played, shows on Netflix, and I don't see a dime for that. Yada yada yada. So but it's also it's way easier to tell how many plays something has had on TV versus how many plays something has had on stream, right?
Yeah.
So and that's what they're basically coming, to the streamers and saying, "Hey, we want to see your numbers," and they're like, "No." so that is one of the things I really hope comes out of the writer's strike is to actually get a peek behind the curtain of the numbers for streaming because everybody's saying, "Oh, all the streamers they're making billions off us," and blah 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 blah. And I think those numbers are easily cooked and easily manipulated, and I don't think the streamers are making nearly as much as they're portraying themselves or being nearly as successful. Because yeah, everybody knows Stranger Things and a handful of other shows, but there's so much content on there that they've paid for that it's not paying for itself. But yeah, if one, like I said, one thing comes out of the writer's strike, I'd love to see, what the numbers for Disney Plus, I'd love to see the numbers for Kenobi, and stuff like that. Or like, hey, like like the big one is Rings of Power, or like I'd love to see the crash line where it starts off going "Wee," and then just crash because everybody stopped watching after like 3 or 4 episodes. So, yeah.
And my man here loves devastation.
Oh, for sure. I love it. I love seeing the train wreck.
He's like, I want to see how fucking bad it really is.
I
love it, man.
You are correct, sir.
Good. Come on, give us a sound effect.
Which one? There you
go. Okay. Oh man, everything's breaking up.
Yeah,
He's a turtle mermaid.
Oh god. That's the wait. Hold on one second. Let's get back to see how's this. Yeah, so
he thinks you were talking about the Little Mermaid, but you were talking about him.
Oh, sorry. All I heard was Little Mermaid. He play that video.
You went out for a second and you sounded like you were underwater, and he said you sound like a mermaid, and all you heard was mermaid.
That is all I heard. You're correct.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's great. That's great. I love it.
Oh, is Adam transforming again?
Poltergeist.
Oh boy. You can do it.
His picture looks like an avatar picture.
It looks like his MySpace photo from 2005.
It's a 916 ad.
Oh, we lost him. Damn it. Lost.
916 wet.
All right. So, all right. Hey, you got anything to talk about?
You want to talk about Chihuahua stuff?
Yeah.
So, Chihuahuas has been on eBay. The prices are specialty covers, and they're going for quite a bit of money, which is interesting to me and Josh.
Well, because you guys had a video. You actually had you got your stuff back from the CDC, right?
Yeah. Oh, here. I brought that out to look at. But there's other stuff on eBay.
Oh.
This is our cover by Mog Park. It's very unique. She referenced some kind of Asian horror. I think it's either Japanese or Korean, and Mog herself is Korean. But yeah, got that back at a 9.8. Really psyched about that. Something fun that came in today. We're going to the El Paso Comic-Con next year, and El Paso has a minor league baseball team called the Chihuahuas. So we got in touch with them, and we're going to have a call in the morning about doing a cross promotion.
That's awesome.
So, and my goal is I want to somehow ask if David can throw the first pitch at a game when he's there. Be fun.
Oh, that's awesome. That's bucket list stuff, man.
Yeah. And the other thing I say is we got into a couple comic shops. I have to communicate with the people there, but Golden Apple in Hollywood accepted us. And that's the place where like Keanu Reeves just shows up and does like a 2-hour signing for Berserker, or celebrities are going in there all the time.
I know
just
Golden
like
Apple.
Barbie said, what's that?
I say they got shops in New York, and those are big shops.
Golden Apple?
I thought so.
Wow, that'd be great.
Yeah, they're in New York.
Just like Barbie said, though, if there can be a movie about shark tornadoes, I'm trying to push that video game, movie, whatever we can do.
We're going multi-platform, boys.
Yes. Can you imagine if
Yeah.
the good Chihuahua, you could play as the good Chihuahua against the evil Chihuahuas? How awesome would that be?
So, would that be first-person shooter?
That would be
or
friggin' amazing.
probably
First
third
person
person?
chewer.
First person biter.
Sure. Nice.
Biter, yes. Bite. But I think that's about it from Chihuahua Land. I'm just cruising.
So you said something about the eBay stuff, or
Oh, if you want to look up, go to eBay and look at Night of the Chihuahuas. And yeah, somebody started putting up stuff, and a few things have gone up. And
Wow.
they're selling for more than we're selling them for. And you can't get our specialty covers on our website. So, yeah, I mean, if it's a little secondary market appears, then maybe it'll drive us more sales and get the word out. Spread the Chihuahua gospel, as David says.
What's the link to that? Okay.
I just pulled it up. They got the Godzilla for $175.
Yep.
Interesting.
It was 145, and then they bumped it up. So I don't understand really, but I also okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool, man. Yeah.
Can you pull it up on the screen?
Is that on?
If you just go to eBay and search Night of the Chihuahuas, it comes up. Somebody mentioned it. Actually, one of our fans mentioned it to me.
So yeah, so
Cool.
you got the holofoil variant for $60. The
Oh my God! Somebody put one of those on there.
oh yeah,
Yep.
got one's got a bid already for $50, so that's cool. And then another one's got a bid for $40. So are these just? These aren't even. Are they signed? Or are these just the regular?
I think I need a Chihuahua's tattoo.
Ooh. I think that I could video that.
I know a guy.
Yeah. You know
What
a guy,
up?
Nick?
Yeah.
What design would you want?
gotta go
Probably.
this
I don't
one,
know.
right?
Right now, I'm looking at.
I go this one.
I can't. I'm on my phone. It's all tiny. I was
Oh.
thinking of the
What she said.
Shining one,
There you go.
the Shining cover.
That'd be cool.
I usually just
That's that one right there under Chizilla, right?
No, I don't think it is. I don't think there's a. No, that's the Chujo one. That's the one that we pulled.
That's the one. That's the one I would do. Oh, you pulled that?
Yeah, the guy wasn't being. What's that?
That's the plagiarism one.
Yeah,
Oh, well then I'm not gonna get that one. Never mind.
the Shining one
I'll
is
find a different one.
cool. Chizilla's cool. They're all cool, but I don't know how they would look as tattoos.
Oh, oh my God, Jaws.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
That'd be a whole back piece like that.
You've got the Jaws shirt on right now.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite movies. Let alone, yeah, I like that movie a lot.
We just we're starting to put out Black, White, and Blood covers on the Pork Chop Instagram account, and there's going to be a Black, White, and Blood Jaws. But I don't know if Black, White, and Blood is a Marvel copywritten thing, so I don't know what to call it anymore. Black, White, and Dead.
Black, white.
Reverse it. Blood, black, and white.
There you go. I like it.
I say they can't copyright everything.
Yeah, they could try.
I said they'll try, especially with Disney behind them now. But yeah.
They had the Writers Guild write that for them, and
Let's say, what did Frank Miller?
Crimson, black, and white.
I like it.
So I was watching the
Yeah.
behind the scenes stuff for the Sin City, and Frank Miller said we only used color because we wanted the color to be like a weapon or be dangerous or something.
Yeah, Frank Miller's awesome, but he's also crazy.
He's flipping crazy.
Well, you read that one comic book with me.
Yeah, we did that. Read on stream. It was just like, oh god. Not a fan of the police, it seems.
Did he do V for Vendetta?
Yes, he did. Wait, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know.
I'm like 50-50.
I'll check real quick.
I wish I had that first issue.
Oh, it's Alan Moore.
Okay.
So, but all right, fellas. Well, I think it's about a good spot to start wrapping it up here. So,
All right, guys.
anything you want to talk about before you go, or pimp, as we like to say, because pimping ain't easy.
What up to all the alien abductees out there?
Yes.
Solidarity.
Oh, the scrolls. Hello, scrolls. Yes.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Hey, what did you think of that?
The ending was much more surprising than I thought, and I thought Secret Invasion was much grittier than most of the other Marvel shows.
I heard the last episode was like the lowest rated thing Disney Marvel's ever put out.
I was surprised at how it ended.
He's like, I didn't say it was good. I was just surprised. So
No, well, I don't want to give it away. Should I say? They introduced
hold on. Spoilers. Okay, Nate.
spoilers. They introduced probably the most powerful character in the whole Marvel universe now, and it was total. I didn't see it coming.
Who's that?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, what the hell?
Tell me. Tell me.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
Vision?
Yeah.
So Gaia, who is the daughter of Talos, gets into this thing, and she gets the DNA of like almost all of the Avengers, Captain Marvel, some of the bad guys. So she can basically do everything now. And I want to see how they're going to use her going forward, because she has. It's kind of corny, but like they could do something cool with it.
No,
And it is Marvel.
They can do something cool, but this has always been my complaint about, like, I always say Scarlet Witch, because they always go, oh, we don't really know what her power level is or how powerful she can be. I was like, so that means you can make her do whatever you need her to do, at any time. And that stuff bugs the crap out of me, because there has to be limits, in order for your heroes, for your villains, whatever. They can't just be like, bless you. They can't just be like, oh, we don't really know. It's a mystery. I was like, then
maybe
whatever.
and Scarlet Witch will just blow each other
Bless
up.
you again.
Cancel each other out.
Yeah.
They blow each other.
What about the Hulk? The Hulk's the most powerful one ever.
She can be the Hulk.
Yeah, now because
She has
got all she's got all the DNA.
Who was the bad guy on Thanos' team that could move everything?
Oh, I don't know. I
Scorpion's Slave yeah, but that one
Too
guy
many.
that, she can do that. She can do Captain Marvel. She can do Groot. She can do Drax. She can do everything, and it shows them morphing as they're doing this final battle, and I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Okay. No, so you giving it a recommend then?
No.
No.
I liked it. I thought it was cool, but I won't recommend it.
No, I'm really interested to see where they're going to take it, and it was. I don't know. A lot of these shows, the buildup takes so long, but when you get the payout, it's kind of cool. So I'm what the hell are they going to do with this mega powered person now? Oh, she went out into outer space to fight for 40 years, and she's back, and she has to wipe her butt. And
well, yeah, that's always the thing. We made this omnipotent, all powerful being. Now what the hell do you do with it? So you've created a god. Okay, fantastic. You know, like, okay, well, how does Daredevil and all that fit into everything? You know, it's just like all these people who aren't, you know, ridiculously OP. I mean, that's the problem with creating, you know, these characters that are so OP. It's like, how far do we have to go above that to get them someone even a challenger or someone to, you know, defeat them? So it's always that's like watching like Dragon Ball Z. I had to stop watching Dragon Ball Z because they're like, Frieza's the most powerful thing. Well, we defeated Frieza. Now, no, this person is, and then this person. I'm like, okay, where are we go? Like, where does it stop? You know, so once you get into that land, and they did the same thing of like The Walking Dead. We're like, these people are really terrible. These people are worse. No, now these people are worse. It's like, all right, everybody's awful. I get it. Okay. And then you killed Glenn. So, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, none of that happens with Night of the Chihuahuas. I'm just gonna keep plugging Night of the Chihuahuas.
That's right.
And that's what I love. And I love that, but also the stuff that Mike Millar's doing, you know, where he did like his nightclub series. You know, it's vampires. He doesn't reinvent vampires. He doesn't change their powers. He's like, everything you know about vampires, that's the parameters. You know, your basic, you know, vampire in any movie, those are the parameters. I was like, I love that. I love that you just said, hey, here's the boundaries. We're going to stay in these boundaries. I don't think there's people try and be too clever and try and be like, oh, well, we're going to put our little twist on it. And usually your twist ends up, you know, being stupid, or ends up ruining stuff. So that's why I love that you guys are like, no, it's simple. This is it. Here's the parameters. Here's the boundaries. And this is what we're sticking to. So I love when people do that. So. And then in 30 years, once it's successful, someone else will take it over. Now the Chihuahuas are nuclear powered, and now you can't stop them. Now you have to go resurrect Oppenheimer to defeat them.
Yes, with Florence Pugh's boobies.
With Florence Pugh's boobies. Fantastic.
This tastes like sweat and cigarettes.
Yes.
Right.
I want to make bad jokes. Oh my god.
For 11 minutes. Yep.
Yes.
Good way to end the show there, Adam.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. Go check us out on Facebook and Instagram. If you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. We are on all the major podcast platforms. Go check Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and Google Podcasts. Any last words from the Peanut Gallery?
Read a city rule, we will break it. Give us any chance and we will take it. We'll make our dreams come true. Doing it our way.
Good night, America.
Good night.